Diamond went into her office, followed closely by the Last Riders. Holly was filing papers in the cabinet when she turned to see who came in. Diamond wasn't surprised when the woman's mouth fell open as the office filled with several of the bikers. "Holly, I'll be in my office if you need me." A nod was the only response the woman could manage, besides the look that begged her not to leave her alone with the dangerous-looking men that were taking a seat on the few chairs and small couch she had available for seating. Winter, Viper, and the heavily tattooed biker followed her inside her private office. Diamond went behind her desk, placing her briefcase on the neat surface before taking a seat. "What's going on, Winter?" Diamond decided not to beat around the bush. The faster she found out what they wanted, the faster she could get rid of them.
"One of our members has been arrested in the murder of Samantha Bedford."
Viper answered her question. Diamond blew out a breath of air. She had been expecting that, thanks to the brief information that Caleb had told her before court. Drug possession, assault, DUI, those were what she had dealt with since moving to Tree Point. She had never thought to represent a case for a client with the seriousness of a murder charge. "I am going to save us both some time. I don't have the experience to defend a murder case." Diamond started to rise to her feet.
"The best criminal defense lawyer in the state of Kentucky just walked out on us. That asshole will defend anyone for the right amount of money. Knox pisses everyone off. There's not a lawyer that won't become angry and quit with his attitude. I don't want to be looking for a new lawyer every day. We need someone that isn't going to run away the first time that Knox gets angry and scares the shit out of them."
"I'm sorry." Actually, she wasn't. Diamond thought again, rising to show them the door.
"I'll pay whatever fee you want,"
Viper stated, looking around her office. Diamond sat back down. "If money is no object, then you can afford any lawyer you want," Diamond protested, but then paused, rethinking whether she really wanted to talk them out of hiring her.
"Money didn't prevent Harris from walking out on us,"
Viper said in disgust. Diamond just bet. Lawyers were notoriously uptight, leaving the men like Knox to the lower lawyers to deal with. Diamond swallowed. She was one of the lower lawyers hungry enough to need the money and the exposure the case would bring. "How much money are we talking about?" Diamond asked. The gleam in Viper's eyes said he knew he had her. Diamond forced down her anger and mentally added another figure on for his being an asshole.
"Let's cut to the chase. You prove Knox is innocent. I'll give you $500,000.
Diamond's figure went out her open door, liking his much better. "I take it you believe Knox is innocent?" Diamond queried.
"I know he is,"
Viper stated without pausing. "You can't be so sure. Everyone has a breaking point, and from what you're telling me, Knox isn't the sweetest man in the county. Perhaps they got in an argument."
"If he had killed her, Ms. Richards, no one would have found the body."
Diamond's eyes widened at Viper's calm reply, while Winter winced, but didn't speak up, which led her to believe that she felt the same way. She stared out into her outer office at the men who were listening and saw the agreement on their faces. Damn. Diamond knew she shouldn't touch this case. However, the money was too much to resist. Even if she bailed, they would still have to pay her for the hours she billed. As if reading her thoughts, Viper stated,
"Of course, if you quit on us, I won't pay you one fucking dime."
Diamond started to protest, but she could see that this part was non-negotiable. "All right, you have a deal." Diamond heard herself agree, while at the same time she wanted to smack herself.